Paul had followers. He had friends who loved him deeply, but others who hated him with the same degree of intensity. And out of that hatred came a constant barrage of criticism. Perhaps none of his critics were as vicious as the one he had to deal with here in Corinth. How did Paul handle this situation? I believe we can learn a lesson from his ordeal, how he handled it. First of all, notice the problem in verse 5. Here, Paul actually downplays the extent to which he's been hurt. We know that he's been hurt because he had previously canceled his visit to Corinth because of allegations that had been made against him. And what were the allegations? Well, simply put, Paul was accused of inconsistency, insincerity, greed, hypocrisy, and being undependable, as well as a spiritual dictator. Pretty harsh criticism for a man who gave us 2/3 of the New Testament. In chapter 1, if you go back and read, Paul responds to the accusations that were made against him and answers his critics on every count. He tells them he had a clear conscience. He explains that he canceled his trip for their sakes, to cause them no more pain, not for his own. Paul's opposition was apparently spearheaded by just one individual, which is usually the case. And that one person made accusations, and as those accusations picked up steam, others jumped on the bandwagon. And all of the harm that was done to Paul was nothing compared to the harm that was done to the church, to the fellowship of believers, because of those critics.